Okay, I guess you'd call this part 2 of the Caddy hack. I'm getting ready to lay this up. I've split my chassis in half, as you can see. I want a 256 millimeter wheelbase. I've decided that the center of the axles, that's where I want it to be to best match this. And to make my life easier, I've marked the little dimples that Proline Racing has put in there for the consumer. And that's the center of the wheelbase, so I'm going to make my chassis based on that. I know there's a lot of slop in this particular chassis I'm working with. There may or may not be in yours, I don't know, but this is just basically to inspire you guys. If you got an absolutely worthless vehicle like I do, and you're willing to cut it up and make something different, then this is what I've done. So what I'm doing here with this bracket here is I'm going to glue it in place, and if we pay attention to this corner right down here, I'm just gonna slide it up in there until it's kind of hard to do, and keep it up against there until it starts to break away. Let me get something here, and you can see it starts to break away from this edge, so I'm going to keep sliding it forward until it stays flush, and that's going to be my starting point. All right. And then I'm going to glue this piece to this. I'm going to call it a frame rail for lack of a better description. That's what I'm going to call it right now, a frame rail. So I'm going to glue this front piece right here to this for right now. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And then I'm going to adjust the back one accordingly to the wheelbase that I want, which is 256 millimeters. Then we'll go from there. Alright, so what I've done here is I've essentially spray glued the front half here to what I call these frame rails. And now my rear half can slide to whatever measurement I need. I wouldn't recommend going smaller than 1/18 scale to 1/10. This is going from, if I didn't say it before, this is going from 1/18 scale to 1/10 scale. I don't think I said that, so that's what I'm doing here. So now you can slide your wheelbase to where you want it to get what you want. And then again, there's a center mark to the axle. Center mark to the axle. Somewhere it might have disappeared. Oh, I got this one upside down, so I'll have to turn it over. But that's where that comes in. And I did have to sand down. As you can see, that's shiny right here. It's no longer blue, so I had to sand down some nubs that were on there, because I'm not going to use those. And next I'm just using Loctite's spray glue, spray adhesive. It's just basically a rubber cement in a can. I like this brand because it sprays a very fine mist. It doesn't spray a web. It's a nice mist, very easily controllable. So next I'm going to set my wheelbase. I'm going to glue this down, and then I'm going to set it on my plastic, because I'm going to join this to the plastic. But I want to set it in such a way to where I get my steering articulation, meaning my tires can turn. Obviously they're not going to be in that close, but I want as much of this width as possible. But this piece of plastic does stick out past the body, so it eventually is going to be trimmed down. But I'm starting with the bare basic bones here, the down and dirty Caddy hack.